What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to talk about something a little bit more personal that we as tattoo artists, go through in our careers. And specifically, this is for somebody who feels like they're stuck in their work, their work isn't growing at the pace that they want it to be, and why pressure is so important for growth. So to backtrack a little bit, I started tattooing 16 years ago. Okay, when I was just 15 years old, doing tattoos on anybody that I could, friends, family, teachers at that point, just doing shitty tattoos for everybody. And I would say for the first half, if not more than half of my career, I was just doing shitty tattoos. Like, looking back on them, they're not good. Nothing's realistic, right? It's funny to see because the growth eventually did come, right? But at what point does that even happen? And for me, I think the big kicker was personally putting myself in those situations or doing those tattoos that I felt uncomfortable doing. I would look at other artists and see their work on Instagram and say, dang, like how did they do that portrait? Or how do they make it look so realistic? Like what are they doing different that I'm not? And so I never really took on inquiries of portraits or anything like that because I was just, not confident in myself. And it is scary because like, hey, I don't know what I'm doing and I don't want to put something on you that's for life and you can't erase it. And it wasn't until the year 2020 where I finally attempted my first portrait. And trust me, I was scared shitless. Like, I did not want to fuck this one up. And obviously I told the client like, hey, this is going to be super discounted. Like, thank you for trusting in me and letting me do this. This isn't my specialty, but let's do it. And after doing it, obviously it wasn't the best portrait, but it was a benchmark to where, okay, this is where I'm starting from. And how am I going to figure out to do these to where they're flawless? And after so long of taking those types of inquiries and, building somewhat of a confidence to be able to do them, I always put myself in a space to where it's like, hey, I have to figure this out. I have to learn how to do this in order to, make my opportunities grow and be able to do way more tattoos than I'm doing right now. Now, fast forward to today, I'm super grateful and just, proud of myself to be able to say that, hey, whatever comes in the door, whatever type of inquiry comes in, like, we can do it. Like, I'm able to do it no matter what it is. And that's just a super satisfying feeling for yourself. And the moment I truly realized that, I'm able to do this is when I started doing pieces that would have normally taken me 8 hours to do, took me 5 hours. Or something that's 5 hours took me 2 hours because there was no more guessing games. There was no more, hey, in my head, like, how do I shade this? What do I put here? When the skin feels this way, what do I do? Right? So there was no more guessing games, and now it's just more of like, okay, here's what you want, let's do it, boom, and now it's it's done. And the moment I truly realized that I'm able to do this at this level now was when I started doing pieces that would have normally taken me 8 hours to do, took me 5. Why? Because there was no more guessing games, right? There was no more of me in the tattoo telling myself like, okay, how do I shade this? How do I texture that? How do I make it look like this, right? There was no more guessing games like that. Now it's just, okay, like, I know exactly what to do, no matter what realism piece it is, no matter what portrait it is. It could be 100 different things. It's done the same exact way. And the process is the exact same. So that gives me, an extreme amount of confidence going into each and every tattoo now. So yes, I am a true believer in putting yourself out there in all these uncomfortable situations in order to make yourself grow. And if I would have never put myself in those situations, I wouldn't have the life that I have right now. I wouldn't have the shop. I wouldn't have the support that I do. I wouldn't have the clients that I do. So really just be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You've heard it a million times in all these different scenarios, but it works. Trust me, it works. And I would love to see anybody's growth in the comment section. Post your old work, your new work. And if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe.